Picture this. You're walking through London, it's the summer of 1858. The river, not water, not really, it's thick, brown, barely moving. And the smell? Yeah, imagine the worst bathroom you've ever walked into, now multiply that by an entire city. People are literally gagging in the streets. Inside Parliament, lawmakers are sitting there with handkerchiefs pressed to their faces, trying not to throw up while passing laws. Some of them straight up walk out. Government shuts down. Not because of war, not because of politics, because of the smell. They called it the Great Stink. And here's the crazy part, this happened because humanity still hadn't figured out where poop should go. Now imagine your life today, no toilets, no flushing, no pipes, no privacy, just you and a problem, a daily problem. A problem every human on Earth shares. Yeah. Today, we're talking about the dirtiest problem in human history and how we finally got it under control. I'm Jason Wolf, and this is Prime Uncover. This is the story of the toilet. For most of human history, you didn't go to the bathroom. You just went anywhere, a ditch, a bush, a river, sometimes the street. And if you lived in medieval Europe, you didn't even leave your house. You grabbed a chamber pot, did your business, and then you walked to the window and yelled, "Gardy Lou," which basically meant, "Yo, watch out below." And then you dumped it right into the street. Yeah, people walking below. Collateral damage. Now imagine that happening all day, every day in a crowded city. No sanitation, no systems, just waste everywhere. And the smell, constant, the diseases, everywhere. But here's the wild part, nobody connected the two. Because believe it or not, the toilet is ancient, way older than most people think. Let's go back 5,000 years to a place called Skara Brae in Scotland. Stone Age people, no metal tools, no modern tech. But inside their homes, they had drainage systems, stone-built indoor plumbing. Yeah, Stone Age plumbing. Now jump forward to 2500 BC, the Indus Valley civilization. Cities like Mohenjo-Daro had toilets in almost every home, connected to covered sewer systems under the streets. Let that sink in. 4,000 years before modern Europe, they already figured it out. And then came the Minoans in Crete. Around 1700 BC, they built something insane, one of the first flushing toilets. Water from cisterns washing waste through pipes. So yeah, ancient humans, way smarter than we give them credit for. And then the Romans show up, and they take things to another level. Public bathrooms, huge ones. Rows of stone seats, holes cut into them, lined up side by side. No walls, no dividers, no privacy. You'd sit down next to a stranger and just start chatting. Politics, business, gossip. Yeah, the bathroom was basically ancient Rome's version of a group chat, but here's where it gets nasty. No toilet paper. Instead, they use something called a tersarium, a sponge on a stick soaked in vinegar or salt water. And get this, it wasn't yours, it was shared. Yeah, one sponge, many people, same day. Let that sit in your brain for a second. Then Rome falls. And with it, so does sanitation. Europe basically forgets everything for almost 1,000 years. Castles had something called guardrobes, basically a hole in the wall that dropped waste straight outside, sometimes into a moat, sometimes just onto the ground. Cities, even worse. London, basically an open sewer. The River Thames wasn't just a river anymore, it was a dumping ground, human waste, animal remains, industrial garbage, everything. And here's the scary part, people drank that water, and when they got sick, cholera, typhoid, dysentery, they didn't blame the water, they blamed bad air. A theory called miasma. If it smells bad, it must be dangerous. So what did they do? Burn incense, carry flowers, cover their noses, anything except fix the actual problem. Now here's a twist, the modern toilet wasn't invented by a scientist or an engineer. It was invented by a poet. In 1596, a guy named Sir John Harington designed something called the Ajax. It had a water tank, a flush system, and pipes leading to a cesspool. He even installed one for Queen Elizabeth I, and yeah, she used it. But the invention flopped. Too expensive, Too loud, too weird, and honestly, Harrington had roasted so many powerful people with his writing that nobody took him seriously. So the flush toilet got ignored. For almost 200 years, fast forward to the 1850s, London is exploding in population, nearly 3 million people, and still no proper sewer system. Everything goes into the Thames. Then comes summer. Heat wave. The river basically turns into a giant boiling sewage soup. The smell? Unreal. It hits so hard that Parliament literally shuts down. They try everything, curtains soaked in chemicals, covering windows, rushing meetings. Nothing works. That's when the government finally realizes, yeah, we gotta fix this. Enter Joseph Bazalgette. This man builds 1,100 miles of street sewers and 82 miles of main sewer lines. Massive system. Expensive, took years, but it worked. London goes from one of the deadliest cities to one of the cleanest, all because someone finally said, maybe poop shouldn't go into the water we drink. Now let's clear something up. Thomas Crapper did not invent the toilet. Yeah, I know, mind blown. What he did do was make it popular. He was a plumber, ran a company, improved designs, got patents, and his name stamped on toilets everywhere. Then American soldiers in World War I saw it and started calling toilets the Crapper. And just like that, the name stuck. But the real MVP, a guy almost nobody knows, Alexander Cummings. In 1775, he invented the S-trap, that curved pipe under your toilet. It holds water and blocks sewer gases from coming back up. So yeah, if your bathroom doesn't smell like death right now, you can thank him today. Toilets are everywhere, efficient, clean, advanced. Some even have heated seats, built-in bidets, automatic flushing. But here's the truth, this isn't just about comfort, it's about survival. Improved sanitation reduces diseases like cholera by nearly 70%. Not medicine, not vaccines, toilets. The toilet didn't just change how we live, it changed who gets to live. From ancient drains to smart technology, this is one of the most important inventions in human history, and we barely think about it. So next time you flush, just remember you're using something that took thousands of years to figure out. If you made it this far, you're officially part of the 1% who actually enjoys learning weird, hidden history. Hit subscribe. Drop a comment, what should we uncover next? Because next week we're diving into something you use every day but probably never think about. The hidden history of soap. Until then, look closer, because history, it's everywhere.